Welcome to another edition of North Georgia Business RadioX Business Minute. I'm Joy Whitlow, and we are here with Micaela Pamplin.
Thank you, Joy, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, so amazing. Okay, so a little bit about Micaela. Micaela is owner-operator of North Georgia Specialty Pharmacy. So that is obviously very special. Let us know, where it is and what that's all about.
It is very special, especially to me.
Yes.
But we're located over in Dahlonega, the great lovely town in North Georgia. But we actually service the whole state of Georgia, which is pretty cool.
So I'm assuming that that's where the special comes in. Obviously, if you live in Brunswick or Augusta or Rome, you just aren't going to whip around to Dahlonega. So
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, we're our little saying or motto is local, affordable, convenient. So the convenient part of that is how we get the whole state of Georgia. So we do free delivery, free shipping for the whole state of Georgia so that you can get access to affordable medications.
So when you say that, number one, it blows my mind. I don't think I've ever heard anything like this. I mean, have you been doing it for a while? And where did you come up with this wonderful idea?
Yeah, so we're pretty new. We opened in April, started kind of pondering, putting everything together last year. It takes a little while to open a pharmacy, but, my background is in health system pharmacy. I'm actually a clinically trained pharmacist, and some of the things I was seeing working, in hospital setting was, patients would come, to the emergency department because they couldn't afford their medications and would have exacerbations, or you would try to discharge them and they couldn't afford their medications going home. You actually end up doing a lot of work on how to save patients money on their medications as a pharmacist. And so when I decided to, make a pivot into entrepreneurship and open a pharmacy of my own, it was like all these things and ideas collided into, this new idea of we can open a pharmacy, cut out the middleman, and save people over 80% on their medications compared to other pharmacies by just doing transparent pricing and fair markups, and have access to a local pharmacy that you can trust instead of a big box.
You're basically the pharmacist, you're the podcast of pharmacies. Or the pharmacy of podcasts. How do we put that? That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't want to limit myself to just one area. So we ship everywhere in Georgia. We've got, license for the whole state, and so, if you're in a little rural town, a lot of people even have trouble getting access to a local pharmacy depending on where they live, and may have to travel. So, why not be able to, call us up? You get a pharmacist when you call, have that clinical expertise, and, can customize your care to what you need. And then it just shows up to your door, which is great, especially during, COVID-19.
Absolutely amazing, because obviously she's the equivalent to podcasting in pharmacies. Does that work? I guess we're going to make it work, right? If you or someone that you know would like to be on North Georgia Business RadioX Business Minutes, please give us a call at 678-653-5288. Once again, we're coming back with Micaela. All right, guys, we are back. Well, I'm back, and let me tell you, we are back. Myself and Micaela Pamplin from North Georgia Specialty Pharmacy. We had a quick little break. We were talking about the nuances between an old school pharmacy to what Micaela has now, which is a specialty pharmacy. And if you did not hear it before the break, we'll definitely touch on that again. And also, I'm a podcaster. It's called Joining the Curve. Don't ever be behind the curve if you can help it. So Micaela, welcome back. I'm so glad to still have you here. You stuck around for the second segment.
I did.
Kidding. No, so much fun. It's just a different model of things, and it's all about change. And we've had to
Yeah.
change. We've had to change a lot over these past few months. A lot of it we weren't really ready for. Some of it we thought we were ready for. And what you're doing now is not only did you open a business during this, pandemic, but you're also thriving and you're doing something different. Now, for the people that didn't hear the last segment, tell us again exactly what specialty pharmacy means.
Yeah, so for us, it means that we specialize in access to affordable medications. So cutting out the middleman, no PBMs, so pharmacy benefit managers, and no third party payers, no insurance cards, no coupon cards, nothing like that. We cut all that out so that you can save over 80% on your medications.
And that's like, I mean, because, you see all this stuff on TV all the time, and it's just do this when you go to your pharmacy, do that when you go to your pharmacy. Now, if they wanted to just maybe call, check, and see, go online, like, how do people get in touch with you? Because we're being inundated with all of these ads.
Right.
And so how can we say, okay, well, it says, on this website at this particular pharmacy, we can save $4,000 or whatever it may be. So can we call and figure out like, hey, this is what I have and what can you do for me?
Yeah, and so we're all about convenience on a lot of different levels. But one of those is our website. So I'll plug our website at ngspharmacy.com. And there you can go and actually request a free price quote. So there's a quick form. You can just do it on your cell phone, type in, what med you want to have a price on, and I'll shoot an email back to you so that you don't have to stop what you're doing. Or if you want to call us, you can. When you call, you'll get a pharmacist, me, which is super cool. And I will price quote your medications for you. And the great thing compared to, again, those other pharmacies is, I'm in the business of saving you money and making this, more simple and to where we can actually talk about things, talk about how we can split your medications, your tablets to save you money. I can talk about how you can do a 90-day supply instead of a 30-day supply that your doctor writes you for to save money. One of my best success stories, if you will, again, this isn't everybody, but this is just an example, is, I had someone come to me and say they were on this expensive medication that they take, for migraines. They've had migraines for years, and it was costing them over $2,000 a month with commercial insurance.
Wow.
And so, my clinical training kind of kicked in. I pulled up some clinical trials, like what's going on with this drug compared to, traditional therapy. And come to find out, it's actually just a combination of two other drugs that are already on the market. And I found a clinical trial where they compared that to those two separate drugs. And so I talked to her, we talked to her doctor, got it approved, and it ended up being less than $20 a month.
Okay, I want to point out a couple of things. I know that most people are just going to say, or just hear from that entire thing, 2020, which is remarkable.
Yeah.
But it's not all just about money.
Right.
And this is something that I want to point out, that when, just with what you said, you're talking about, you're a clinician, you're a pharmacist. You are not just here, you aren't a peddler.
Right. I don't just count pills all day.
You don't just count pills all day. Like, you actually, you care about your people. You care about your patients or your clients, rather.
Right.
I love the fact that you said you looked into it. You looked at the clinical trials. And then not only once you found, like, you had your findings from the clinical trials, then you also went to that client's doctor and discussed it with their physician.
Right.
And said, okay, can we do this? That's big. You don't get that ever, honestly. I mean, not that I've ever experienced. And so not just the monetary part of it. Obviously, that's crazy good. But also just the care that you put into it and the attention.
Right. And, I like to say, we cut out the middleman not only for money, to save you money, saves us money, but it also gives me time back. Traditional pharmacies spend more time on the phone with insurance companies and processing claims then they have time to actually talk with people. So you're going to get more customized care by having that, having the time for a conversation and how, listening to what you have going on. And is there anything we can do to help?
Time is money.
Yes.
And so I think that I would rather go to you and say, hey, look, this is what, my physician suggested that I have. What can you do for me? Because I know for a fact you're sitting here in front of me. So I know for a fact that you're going to take the time to talk to me, and you're going to not only be kind, but you're also going to educate me as well. Also save money.
Right.
I really don't know what else people could ask for, and what you're doing with not just being a normal, walk up to the counter, and you're doing the delivery and the shipping. And this is the entire state of Georgia. You are tapping into something that is very, I'm going to make up a word. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Micaela?
I'm ready.
It's very podcastery of you.
Oh, yes.
I don't really know if that makes sense. But you know what? It was great. It was funny. No, it's called stepping into something that's inevitable.
Right.
And you're taking it. You're doing really, really well with it.
Yeah, we definitely, there's a lot of reform in the pharmacy industry as far as those PBMs and, the insurance companies and all the things that are going on behind the scenes with that, how inflated the prices are and how unregulated that type of thing is. And, instead of working from the top down with legislature, which people are doing every day and is wonderful for everyone, we have to go on the other end as well. We have to go, from the bottom up. How can we help someone while we're waiting on all those other things to happen? And that's what we're doing here with our pharmacy.
That's an amazing way to look at it, because you can fight the good fight. Do it. We have to also understand that people are still in need.
Absolutely. And that story is definitely one of the shock factor ones. But we have a lot of other ones that, and to me, every story is a success. Every patient, every customer to a small business owner is like the happy dance, that everyone talks about. But at the end of the day, like, I'm helping someone, and that's amazing. That's why I became a pharmacist in the first place. But, some of the other things, we actually have a lot of small business owners that are our patients, and it's, they either have insurance but super high deductibles, myself included, or they don't have insurance. And either way, we can help. I have, patients where their insurance plans don't cover prescriptions until they hit their, $7,500 deductible. And so we can help with that. You just pay, a couple bucks for it, and, we'll get it to your door, and, you move on. Or I have, inhalers. They're super expensive, even if you have insurance. Just last week helped someone save $200 on their inhaler every month. So, every little thing is a win, on multiple levels.
So now let me ask this. So it's only the state of Georgia?
Yes.
Okay.
For now.
For now. Did you hear? Oh, you get all dramatic, Micaela. She's becoming my podcast soul sister. But no, so only Georgia for now.
Yes.
But it is everyone in the state of Georgia.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that includes all medications, diabetic medication, like everything.
Yeah, so
runs the gamut.
Runs the gamut for the most part. So we primarily deal in generic medications just by nature of affordability.
Absolutely.
However, there are some medications that don't have a generic alternative. So we do have some brand names that if you need it, you don't have insurance, or your insurance copay is super high, again, those high deductible plans, we can still be a great option on those. In addition, we have all the over-the-counter medications, great supplement line to where you still feel like you're getting that full pharmacy experience. You're not just getting your prescription meds, but if you need, your vitamins, because we're all about overall health and wellness. We're not just, about prescriptions. So you can still get that with the convenience, again, of the free delivery and free shipping.
Wow. So it's everything. You got ibuprofen, vitamins.
You got ibuprofen.
This is awesome. So I'm assuming, say a medication has to be kept cold. Obviously, it's shipped appropriately.
Right.
My mind is blown. North Georgia Specialty Pharmacy. Thank you again, Micaela, for coming on. Micaela Pamplin, tell us one more time. Give me your phone number, your email, your website. How can we figure out how to get in touch with North Georgia Specialty Pharmacy?
Okay. So it is ngspharmacy.com. You can request your free price quote there. And then you can also call us at 706-864-0064. Or you can send us an email, info@ngspharmacy.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. Once you're a patient, you can find us on an app.
They even have their own app, people. Thank you for listening in with myself, Joy Whitlow, and also Micaela Pamplin from North Georgia Specialty Pharmacy. Local, affordable, convenient, all over Georgia. Keep in touch. We'll see you next time.